Hey guys, Ethan here. I'm 17 if you don't know, and I just landed a job as a software engineer at a Series A startup. No degree, no boot camp, nothing. Just pure hustle. And I did this at a time when the market was at its very worst, so I think I have like a small bit of credibility when it comes to trying to get a job when the market's at its worst. So first off, I want to talk about how the market has completely shifted from an employee market back in 2020, 2021 to a complete employer market. At the moment, it's completely saturated because you've got so many AI tools, endless tutorials, and everyone wants to study computer science. Plus, you've got all these tech influencers promising six-figure salaries and handing them out like the chocolate. It's created this perfect storm where companies are drowning in applicants, but they're still complaining about underqualified candidates. So how do you cut through all this noise? Here's at least what I believe the secret is. You have to stop doing what everyone else is doing, endlessly applying on LinkedIn or Indeed. That's what 99% of other people are doing. And you don't want to be in there because at the moment it's an employer's market and you need to have a full-on mindset shift about how to get employed. And here's what I did. And at least for me, it worked quite well. I spent 3 months researching, building, and deploying a product. I then got users, I collected data, and I approached a company in that sector that I wanted to work for. But here's the thing, I didn't ask for a job. I showed them my product and how it could improve theirs. And the real reason that they were so interested is because I basically built their product but incorporated AI features to, really attract them. The point is, I came with value, not with my hand out looking for something. I came already with value in my hand. Now you might be thinking, I don't have 3 months to build a product, but the thing is, you do. You absolutely do. Cut out the Netflix, cut out the scrolling, whatever's eating your time, dedicate 30 minutes a day, every single day, and that's it. You could literally bang this out in 1 month, 30 days, if you just dedicate a small amount of time to building this product, getting it right, and researching a company in an area that you are relatively knowledgeable about. Now, this isn't just about building a product, it's about building a habit, about proving to yourself that you can be consistent, because let me tell you, consistency is what separates the wannabes from the real in this industry. Now let's talk more about skills. Sure, learn to code, but more importantly, learn to use the tools available to you. I'm talking about AI, documentation, everything. Most people skip the docs. Don't be most people. When I got my technical assessment or whatever you call it, I ran the document through AI multiple times. I made sure I understood every single requirement, and that is how I believe I stood out, because I'm quite sure I nailed every single requirement and I did it well, and I even built features on top of that within the time window. But what about imposter syndrome? I myself have felt very, very inconfident at times and feeling like I'm impossible because, well, I am. I'm 17, I have no real world experience. I kind of just, made it up on the job. But here's what I realized. We're all just people, right? All of us. No matter who we are, where we're from, we're all just people. And one of my top 3 quotes is from Steve Jobs, that everything around us that you call life has been made up by people no smarter than yourself. So if someone else can learn and teach this stuff, so can you. And during interviews, just be a nice person, just be professional. It's that simple. They're not just hiring your skills, they're hiring you as a person, so show them you're someone they want to work with. But here is the real secret sauce. When you're building your project, when you're learning, when you're doing anything, don't aim for perfection, aim instead for consistency. Some days your code will be crap, some days you'll feel like you're not making progress, that's okay. Show up anyway, do your 30 minutes. If you're feeling slightly burnt out, in some cases it's better to pause and think, okay, if I take a break now, I save myself from burning out and spending whatever it is, weeks not doing a thing. That's what's important. You have to play the long game, but it depends on your situation, of course. So here's your challenge. If I were you, I'd pick one thing, whether it's building a project, learning a new language, whatever it is, do it straight for 30 minutes every day for 30 days straight. No excuses. Sick? Do it anyway. Tired? Do it anyway. After 30 minutes, you'll be amazed at how much you've grown. And if you do all this with purpose and intent and show your thought process from day 1 to day 30 or day 1 to day 60, and you show that to an employer or a startup or whatever, they're going to obviously want you on their team because you're doing something that no one else does. So get out there, build something, solve a problem, show companies what you can do, and most importantly, show yourself what you can do, because once you prove it to yourself, proving it to others is easy. And if you have any questions or anything you found hard to understand or anything like that, just drop a comment.